you mentioned previously you were on 3 tours with G Herbo.
Yep.
And refresh those years for me again.
Okay, we had the Blig tour, which was the Ballin' Like I'm Kobe tour. That was the very first tour. Man, we did like I want to say 43 cities, and then it was the Dark Before Dawn tour with Pusha T, Lil Bibby, Tierra Thomas, Bia, the one that got this on a whole lot of money right now. Like, and then it was the third one was like that summer with the Smoker's Choice tour, and cause we had did a tour with Cinematic, and it was with Cameron, Smoke, Dizza, and there was a few others.
And what years did this take place, all 3 of these tours?
From 2014 to 2017.
So you were on the road with G Herbo for 3 years.
Yeah.
Now, what's it like being a tour DJ?
It's fun, like, but it could be exhausting also.
Explain.
Because, like, sometimes we don't get enough rest. Because we always on the go from city to city. Like, man, like we in the sky and on the roads, you know what I'm saying, in the tour buses. And then it's like, sometimes, like, man, look, I remember, like, we had to take a break from the tour, like, for a few days, and then we went to South by Southwest. And this year for South by Southwest, man, I think it was 2015 or the top of 2014. And, man, we had to do, like, 10 shows one day. Like, and it was like 8-minute sets, 6-minute sets, 10-minute sets, 12-minute sets. And I'm talking about, man, it wore me out, but I ain't complaining 'cause it was something I love doing. And I'm talking about, man, we did the World Star stage, the Puma stage, the Spinrilla stage, my mixtape stage. I think MTV had a stage. Man, there was a Revolt stage. And it was amazing. And it was a time to remember.
Now, are there any other pros or cons being a tour DJ?
Well, being a tour DJ, like, you don't got time to do the local stuff. And, like, see, at the time, though, I was going on tour, too, like, and so we would stop in different cities also. And, like, Herb getting in the studio, and I had time to get in the studio, too. Because, like, I had to do mixtapes also. And, like, because, man, I was getting mixtapes, though, from, like, all over the world. People was calling me to do mixtapes. And so, therefore, like, and that caused me to be not just being a tour DJ, but still doing my mixtape, a hosting thing on the road. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? I was always, though, having a lot of stuff to do also.
What was the longest amount of time you were on the road for? Like, straight up, didn't come back home for a certain length of time. What do you think that longest stretch for you was?
It was probably like
You were away from home, I guess, would be the better phrase there. What was the longest you
two
were
or
away
three
from home?
months.
2 or 3 months, never saw your house again.
And then, though, you come back, though, looking like it's new. I'm like, damn, everything's still the way I left it.
Did you have a favorite venue in that 3-year period?
Man, the East Coast, they love us. Man, we rocked TLA twice, and each time it was packed. One time, Herb, he brought out Fat G's and what's the other guy name? Meek Mill cousin. Man, I forget his name, man. I think it's on the tip of my tongue, man. He be with them all the time. But he brought out Trav too. And then and he brought out Uzi too one time. And cause Herb and Uzi, they got a tight relationship. Yeah.
What was the worst venue?
Oh, the worst venue?
Yeah.
Man, I could say when we went to New Mexico. But that was only because there was a fight though before the show, I think. and there probably was like 23 people in there or something. And then like stuff like that, like man, like we'll look at each other and man, we know we ain't finna do the whole thing. And so he'll give me a certain sign like, man, we out of here, and I knew just when to end it.
Is that tough to perform in front of 23 people?
Nah, because like when you love doing something though, like you gon' like whether it is 2 people or 2,300 people though, you gon' do your job though. You gonna do it though like it's there.
Craziest tour story, if you have one.
Man, I remember on the Ballin' Like I'm Kobe tour, we was in Jersey, and and the show was sold out, and like it was so crazy that when we left off stage, like people was grabbing at all of us. It wasn't like, and it wasn't even really people. It was a lot of women, a lot of females, and it was to the point like they had like they was asking no, you know what? They didn't even ask nobody anything. When we got to our hotel, I don't know how, but it's like it was 100 women in that lobby, and so it's like, man, remember I say tour can be tiresome, and I was like older than the crowd I was always with, so it's like, I'm like, man, I'm finna go get some rest. Man, do you know they was, man, bringing all the women to my room like it was the lounge. And it was so crazy, though, because, like, man, we had a whole flow. And then there was another flow, like, her was just dipped off from everybody. And everybody was trying to find them. And then it was just crazy. That was just a night to remember, though.
Where was he?
He was dipped off on another flow, chilling.
Now, did the hotel have any issue over that? Was there a possibility of getting kicked out because of all these people on the floor or the lobby?
I feel like it should have been. I feel like it should have been, but I don't think it was.
Now, do's or don'ts for a tour DJ? Maybe somebody's watching this about to go on tour and do 40 shows themselves. Do's or don'ts?
Stay focused and get your rest. Be mindful of your surroundings, because there's always a lot going on. And just try to stay on point for your team.
Now, let's take it from the very beginning. How did you even become G Herbo's tour DJ? How did that happen?
Okay, so it started, though, like when I used to DJ in a cell phone store called Exclusive 773. And so when I be in there DJing and Steve would introduce me to like all the rappers that come in the store, or I already had just mutual relationships with them just from the streets. And so like first I started DJing for Katie Gabbins, because she used to come to the store all the time too, and then she needed a DJ. Then I started DJing for Love Mouse. And then I started DJing for the whole team, 600. Man, 'cause I had a tight relationship with E-Day, man. R.I.P. E-Day. And then, so her best friend, Mainsky, like, man, we had a tight relationship, and I told him, like, man, I want to DJ for Swervo. He like, man, I got you. You know, I got you. And then, like, man, I talked to Herb, and then he like, man, we gonna do it. And then it's like, man, I was doing shows, like, for Katie and Mouse, but Herb stuff started picking up. And then, like everybody saw, like, that we started, though, like, to working good together, and we just stayed going. They kept me with them.
Now, is that a conversation you personally have to have with Katie or Mouse and let them know how this is going to go? Hey, I got to be with Herb type of thing? Is that...
It started to come like that after a while, because they started slowing down. He was picking up.
What was that conversation like? Did you actually have the quote-unquote conversation with them, or...
I ain't have to, because, like I say, they slowed down.
Oh, okay. So it was just a coincidence.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's like, when Katie picked back up, like, I was already on tour. So my boy, DJ NY, he took that job.
You helped him get that gig, or she got him on
Nah,
her
it
own.
was like they had a mutual relationship.
Now, have things ended as you being his tour DJ?
Yeah.
Why?
I
What happened?
really couldn't tell you. Like, all I know is the people behind the scenes, they stopped calling me. You know what I'm saying? They had other plans, I guess. You know, like, when I was just doing me, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't signed to nobody or nothing. And I feel like that's probably what it was.
Did you have a conversation with Herbo at all?
He ain't really talked about it.
If he's watching this interview right now, anything you would say to him?
Man, he know it's a conversation. A conversation rule the nation.
What's money like being a tour DJ?
The money, it's cool. Like, I was able to take care of my family, pay bills, you know what I'm saying, to do what I wanted to do. Like, you know what I'm saying, at the time, though, like, one of my little brothers had a case he was fighting. You know what I'm saying, I was able to pay for a lawyer. So, you know what I'm saying, they did me right.
Now, when you were more of a local Chicago DJ, were you making more money in that role versus being a tour DJ for... Okay, let me back up. When you're a local DJ and you're working with a variety of artists, was there more money in that role versus you just being with one artist dedicated for a certain amount of time, being on the road and things of that nature?
Well, for me, like, I learned how, like, to kind of balance it because, like, I didn't limit myself. And when I say that, like, I still hosted singles, mixtapes, and, like, yeah, like, if I'm on the road, I can't do all the other parties, but it's like, it probably amounts to about the same. Especially when I'm still doing the mixtapes and the singles the way I'm on the road. So, like, it's cool to me. But, like, I can't speak for everybody. Because everybody don't got the same drive and hustle as me.
So you would say it was about even for you?
Yeah.
A little bit more better on the local side versus one artist side, or it was truly
Yeah,
even
it could be a little better.
on the
But, I
local side?
mean, huh?
On the local side?
Yeah, because, like, you know what I'm saying, there's more than one. You know? But like I say, I learned how, like, to balance it. And I know, and, like, I know how to keep my stuff going. And plus, like, I had became, like, my own brand. And so, like, so me being with her was, like, brand on top of brand. It was, like, a stepping stone, though, for me anyway, because, like, cause I was always DJ Milticket, and I was always a mixtape DJ also. And then, like I say, like, outside of the Herb situation, I had a relationship with my mixtapes. And so, like, you know, that was a big platform at one time, that app. And, like, they was taking me all around the world with them, too. Like, they'll tell me, hey, meet us over here. We finna book your flight. Come, picking me up in Rolls Royces and stuff. Yeah.
So you didn't feel like that was hurting your brand at all, being dedicated to one artist?
Bad being the artist that it was, it didn't. It made it good, though, for me because, like, when that slowed down for me, like, if they had to rank me with other DJs, they had me at the top because, like, the stuff I done did and who I've been with.
And for time reference, it's August 2021 now.
Yeah.